going live. We are going live. All black everything. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Tell a friend. We are back with the Tavistock Institute. Go right back where we left off. Peace and love to y'all. You know how we do, keeping that music rocking in the back. Peace and love to the king, Mr. Gow. Doing the instrumental thing right here. But like and share, subscribe, thumbs up like you hitchhiking, you know. Peace to my baby, my queen, Regina. We're thinking about you, baby. Everything's gonna be great. Speedy recovery. Love you. Here we go. We back. Operation Paperclip. All black everything. Think it's straight. Now this is one you can research too. You can research it all, but Operation Paperclip. Very important, powerful, very powerful. Let's get into it. And it says, as Lavender writes in Sinister Forces, quote, there had to have been a level at which the U.S. government leaders identified with the Nazis or at least admired them. There had to have been a point at which the crimes of the Holocaust were considered a minor distraction, a kind of public relations nuisance, and that was overshadowed by the glamour of the perfectly run super state of the Third Reich. There must have been an understanding that the ideologies of America and Nazi Germany were more alike than the ideologies of America and and the Soviet Union. This is because there is no other way to interpret what took place at the end of the war. Morally, what transpired can only be considered a war crime itself. Quote, policymakers in Washington knew that the next major conflict would be fought between the United States and the Soviet Union. It was of utmost importance that top level German scientists working on super secret V1 and V2 projects, as well as nuclear weapon technology, be brought to American shores, out of the reach of the Russians, and more importantly, perhaps pressed into service to the United States. Quote, to that end, several wartime intelligence operations were put in motion. The most famous one was Operation Paperclip. Most people who have heard of Paperclip assume that it was a program to bring Nazi scientists to the United States to assist the space program. Mhm. Good old NASA. However, there was much more to Paperclip and the subsequent Nazi recruitment than rocket science. Nazi, see, it ain't rocket science. It ain't rocket science. Nazi medical personnel were also recruited as well as psychological warfare experts with the the Galen organizations, spies, assassins, and saboteurs. And it says the paperclip story is long and very complex. It involves the alphabet soup of intelligence agencies and programs from COR, CROWCASS, CROCAS, Central Registry of War Crimes and Security Suspects, to CIC, SIS, OSS, CIA, JIOA, and many more. It deals with the dozens of countries, their intelligence agencies, political parties, Roman Catholic Church, and crime justice systems. By the time Paperclip was over, an entire division of Ukrainian Waffen SS, as well as thousands of Nazi scientists, many of them accused war criminals who had participated in some of the worst atrocities, had managed to find home in the United States, South America, and in the Middle East. Was good. Whew. Whatever the morality of the recruiting of German scientists, there was another dimension to the experiments that had gone on virtually unnoticed by researchers due to the near total lack of documentation and the lack of living witnesses. The evidence that does exist is largely circumstantial, but much of it can be found in the captured German document sections of the National Archives and then collated with later testimony that turns up in memoirs, biographies of the war years, and its aftermath. The first evidence, the first evidence we have that anything like a mind control program existed within the Third Reich is the memoirs of Himmler's astrologer Wilhelm Wolff. Quote, who talks about the Nazi desire to create a program within the Reich to duplicate the mental state of the Japanese soldier, a human being and eager to risk his life without question for his country, and the Chinese communist human wave trooper who would rush unthinkably into certain slaughter. Thus, paperclip scientists were involved with military and the CIA mind control programs, such as Friedrich Hoffman, a Nazi chemist who advised the CIA on matters relating to the psychotropic substance for use in brainwashing. That's the place we live. Tavistock Institute. We're gonna come right back. We're still chapter 2, but we getting through it very lovely style. Appreciate you checking us out. Like it, subscribe it, share it, do all that. Peace and love, y'all. Thinker's plight, you know, all black everything. Let's get it.